What is going on, New York Giants fans? D. Illa here. So our New York Giants go up against the Green Bay Packers tonight on Monday Night Football. We're going with Tommy DeVito in this one as our starter. If I was the head coach of this football team, I know for a fact I'd be playing Tyrod Taylor. If I believed there was any chance that my football team had a shot to make it to the playoffs, I would not be going with my third-string quarterback, regardless of what he's done against the Washington Commanders and the New England Patriots. I mean, those are not exactly two strong teams, as we all know, especially when it comes to the Commanders and their secondary, man. That is one of the worst secondaries in this league. I've said it God only knows how many times on this channel. They are ranked right up there with the Tennessee Titans, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then it's the Washington Commanders. When you have wide receiver options going up against those teams, they are going to light them up, and every single team that has played those secondaries has absolutely torched them. And we did the same with a third-string quarterback. And then we beat a New England Patriots team that averaged 13.5 points a game this whole entire season. Not impressive at all. So that's why I've said in other videos, I was not impressed with either one of these wins. Tommy DeVito, it's great. It's a great story. It's good that he's coming out and he's playing well against these poor teams. But when you go up against a solid team like the Green Bay Packers, which they have proved to be over the past 2 to 3 weeks, the Packers have definitely come on strong. They've got good wide receiver options. They've got a good secondary. They do a pretty good job at stopping the run. It's going to be a tough task for this offense to really get something going. But for all you fans out there that have a lot of hope in this team, the Giants are going to have to feed Saquon Barkley. Feed Saquon Barkley in this one. Use him in the passing game. Try to get him as many touches as possible. They're going to have to feed Jalin Hyatt. Get him extremely involved in this game plan. Try to make things happen against a guy like that cornerback that Green Bay has. Jair Alexander, is a strong corner, one of the best corners in the league. I don't know how many times Jalin Hyatt will be matched up against him throughout the game. I'm sure he'll probably see a pretty good amount of Jair Alexander. So, and if it's not Hyatt stepping up, you're going to have a good game from Darius Slayton. Darius Slayton's going to have to prove that he can be a productive wide receiver 2 on this team and go out there and produce for the New York Giants if they're going to win this ball game tonight. I mean, plain and simple. Other guys you would hope that can step up, Wan'Dale Robinson, maybe he can make his contributions. It's just, man, when it comes to talking about the Giants and this Giants offense, it's an extremely boring team. That's why a lot of the times when I come out here and I make these videos, I talk about the other team more than I do the New York Giants. Because honestly, most teams that we play, they do have more offensive weapons than we do, and they just have the ability to move the ball at a higher rate than the New York Giants do. So, I mean, there's more to say about the other teams than there is the Giants. I mean, these guys that we have on this roster, especially a guy like Wan'Dale Robinson, Sterling Shepard, these are guys that really haven't done anything all year long. So there's really not much to say about them. I'm not really expecting much out of these guys. What are you expecting out of these two? I mean, you'll be lucky to get 15 yards out of Sterling Shepard right now. Wan'Dale Robinson, he wasn't going to get you 25 to 30 yards if you're lucky. So yeah, we're going to have to lean heavily on Jalin Hyatt and hope the rookie can go out there and make some spectacular plays and really come out strong against this strong secondary the Green Bay Packers had. But other than that, I mean, Bellinger, he's banged up. I don't even know if he's necessarily going to play in this game. So yeah, it's going to have to be Hyatt, Slayton, and Saquon's going to have to go out there and be superhuman, like always. Basically every single week, that's what needs to take place for us. Some weeks it happens. When we play struggling defenses, these things take place. But when we play a good solid team like the Green Bay Packers with a good defense and a good offense, it might not happen this time around. So we'll see what Tommy DeVito does. Like I said, if I was a head coach of this team, I'd be going with the veteran. If I had any true hopes of this team making the playoffs, I would be going with the veteran Tyrod Taylor, just because of his experience, his ability to read defenses. Tyrod Taylor knows every single thing that a defense could possibly throw at him. There's a lot of things that Tommy DeVito has never seen that could obviously confuse him in important parts of a game. So, I don't know. I know Tyrod's been hurt. I know DeVito's coming off 2 wins, but still, I'd be going with a veteran. But that's just me. That's just me. So, the Green Bay Packers, man. This is a team that couldn't get it right at the wide receiver position for years, especially when, Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback of this team. Aaron Rodgers, for years, tried to get wide receiver help for this team, but just, Green Bay wouldn't help him out. They were pretty much satisfied with just having Devontae Adams and a guy like Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb for years. And they would never give Rodgers any help. But now they've got 3 great options. Christian Watkins, obviously he's not going to play in this game, but you got Jalen Reed, who's come out and has played very well this season. I think he's got 3 or 4 touchdowns this year, if not more. And then you have Dontavian Wicks. Dontavian Wicks is coming on strong, man. You need to watch out for him. Dontavian Wicks is going to make big-time plays in this game. I would not be surprised at all. Dontavian Wicks, there's something about that dude, man. I think the Green Bay Packers really have a gem in that guy. You're talking about a dude that's 6'2", 210 pounds. He is kind of in that Davante Adams mold. And if you remember correctly, Davante Adams wasn't Davante Adams when he first started. But Dontavian Wicks has some very strong comparables to a guy like Davante Adams. He makes big plays. He's strong at the point of attack on the catch, and he makes things happen after the catch. So watch out for him. Another guy, Tucker Kraft, the tight end, the backup tight end for the Green Bay Packers. He's had a pretty strong season in his rookie campaign. You know, he's probably getting like 25 to 30 yards a game as of right now. He'll probably average maybe like 4 to 5 targets a game. Don't be surprised if he gets in the end zone in this one. But yeah, this Green Bay offense is going to be tough to stop. A.J. Dillon, they're going to feed the ball a lot to him. I don't know if Aaron Jones is going to play in this game or not, but if Dillon's in there, their backup to him really isn't much. I can't really think of his name right now, but Dillon's going to get fed a lot. Jordan Love, he will scramble when he can't find anybody down the field, so you know he can get loose from out of that pocket and he can run up the field for some yards. So the Giants defense is going to have to be ready for that. Going to have to put pressure on him, man. But if you put pressure on Jordan Love, you can definitely force him to make some errant throws and throw off his back foot. If you watch Jordan Love play all season, he does have a tendency to throw off his back foot. Now sometimes he's accurate when he does it, and other times the ball ends up in places where he probably doesn't want it to go. So got to put pressure on him. Make him, force some turnovers, get the ball in good field position, and execute and score points when we do get those opportunities. And those are the keys to the game to this one, man. That's basically what it all boils down to. But in the end, I do think the Green Bay Packers are going to come away with a victory in this one. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'm not expecting a win, not at all. When we play the Saints, I don't know if it's next week or the week after that, I'm not really expecting a win in New Orleans either. I mean, that's a team that we've always had a tough time beating in New Orleans. The Saints are still in the playoff race, so you know that crowd's going to be pumped up. So that's going to be a tough game for us to win. I mean, hell, Eli couldn't even win in New Orleans. Even when we were going toe-to-toe in shootouts against Drew Brees, Eli couldn't pull out a victory against them. So it's going to be a tough place to get a win. So I think those are 2 games right there that are definitely going to derail these playoff hopes, along with the Philly game, especially if Philly plays their starters. But that's it, man. I'm at work making a video real quick. Wasn't going to do it because, I mean, honestly, the outcome of the game, I really don't care. Obviously, I've already said that I'm on to 2024. This season don't mean a thing to me because I know in the end, it ain't going to amount to anything for us. So it is what it is. But that's it for the video. I appreciate you tuning in. I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, see you. Have a good day.